Stop. They're cutting jobs. They're slashing DE&I. Leadership, it's in chaos. Government jobs, once the gold standard for job stability, that's gone. If you're a decision maker, you're going to want to listen up. Layoffs aren't going to save your company. Cutting D&I won't future-proof your business. And if you aren't building resilience in yourself and in your teams, you're setting yourself up to fail. So, what's your next move? In this episode, I'm going to cover how CEOs and business leaders must adapt, how resilience is a success tool and a career superpower, and an action plan to achieve all that. So if you're ready, let's get into it. Look, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. The job market is shaky. Leadership is all over the place. And let's be real, companies are quietly pulling back on DE&I and programs that were supposed to be permanent. It's leaving professionals, especially those in the marginalized groups, wondering, where do I stand in all of this? So, if you're feeling uncertain, you're not alone. But here's the truth. If you're waiting for stability, you're already behind. The people who will win in 2025, the ones who know how to pivot, adapt, and rise, no matter what the economy, corporate America, or the government throws at them. This is why resilience matters more now than it ever has. Resilience isn't just some fluffy self-help word. I know I've said this before. It's a business strategy. It is a career tool. It is the one thing that separates those who bounce back from those who burn out. For business leaders, if you're a CEO, a founder, or in leadership, listen carefully. The companies that survive economic downturns aren't the biggest. They even aren't always the most well-funded. They're the ones with the most resilient people. You want a team that doesn't crumble under the pressure of change. You need to build a culture of resilience. This is why companies that prioritize resilient cultures thrive in downturns. Leadership equals emotional resilience and making those tough decisions even in uncertainty. And you need to create a resilient first work culture that attracts that top talent from across the globe. If you're an employee, a job seeker, or someone looking to make a move, you need to understand this. Your ability to adapt is your greatest currency. The people who get hired first, promoted the fastest, and thrive in uncertainty, they aren't the ones with the perfect resumes. They're the ones who can handle pressure, pivot fast, show up strong, add value, even when the road ahead isn't clear. That's why you need to stay mentally strong in a job market that feels unstable. You need to start reframing your rejection and using those setbacks as fuel and not as failure. The power of pivotal resilience. When to change directions and when to double down. You need to know the difference. All right, let's tell a little story. There's a farmer who had a donkey, okay? Most hardworking, loyal companion. One day, the donkey fell into an abandoned well. The farmer panicked. He tried everything to pull the donkey out, but nothing worked. Finally, with a heavy heart, he decided that the well was too deep and the donkey was too old to save. Just like in corporate America. Doesn't matter how good you are or how long you've been there, they will abandon you. So he called his neighbors, handed them shovels, and said, "Let's bury him." It's the most humane thing to do. At first, the donkey cried out in fear, but as the dirt started to fall on him, something incredible happened. He stopped panicking. Instead, he shook it off and stepped up onto that dirt. Every shovel of dirt meant to bury him, he turned into a stepping stone. After hours of shaking off the dirt and stepping up, that donkey, who everyone thought was gone, dead, walked out of that well. Listen, life is going to throw dirt on you, and it's going to handle you a lot of shit. Just being honest. People will count you out time and time again. But resilience isn't about avoiding all that dirt. It's about shaking it off, stepping up every single time. You really ultimately in this life have two choices. Get buried or rise up. Which one are you choosing? So, Tiffany, that's all great and fine and dandy, but how do I do this? That's what you're asking, and I'm here to tell you. So, how do you build this resilience? I'm going to break it down for you into 3 steps: mental, professional, and strategic resilience. Step 1, that mental resilience. I need you to reframe those failures as a learning tool. When you hit a setback, instead of asking, why me? What's next? Resilient people don't dwell, they adjust. I need you to do that. Step 2, professional resilience. If your industry is shifting, don't cling on to that old model. Go ahead and make up a new one. Upskill, network, make yourself indispensable in a changing market. Step 3, strategic resilience. Leaders, your job isn't just to manage people, it is to keep people engaged. A team that trusts you will ride or die in uncertainty with you. That means being transparent in your communication, culture building, and setting a vision that people actually want to fight for. And last of all, I want you to remember that who you surround yourself matters. You need to build a resilient support network. Look, this isn't the time to wait things out to get better. It's not going to get better. It's going to get worse. This is really the time for you to refocus and get stronger. Resilience isn't an option, it's your competitive edge. So, how are you building it? And why are you waiting for the storm to pass? Drop me a comment or DM me at Confluently. Tell me what is one way that you're building resilience right now. And if this hit home, subscribe, share, buy me a coffee. Let's grow this together. Until then, stay resilient, and I'll see you on the next one.